Okay, I'm gonna do the hood. I'm gonna start with a magic circle. Curl it around your two fingers. Make a magic ring. So inside this magic ring, you're gonna do 6 single crochet. Yeah, and the hood is red in color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 6 single crochet. And next I'm going to do increase. You go to that first stitch. If you do not know where's the first stitch, you can always count back the V shape here. Once you find your first stitch, you do 2 single crochet into that first stitch and every other stitch. So I'm gonna do increase in every stitch. This is 2 single crochet in one stitch, so this is one increase. Two increase, three increase, four increase, five increase, and 6 increase. Row 3, I'm going to do 1 single crochet, followed by an increase. Increase means 2 single crochet into that same stitch. So this single crochet, increase. This one makes 1 set, and you're gonna do 6 sets of this. Single, increase, single crochet, increase, single, increase, and this is the last set. Next, I'm going to go to row 4. So row 3, you should have 18 stitches all around. So now row 4, I'm going to do 2 single crochet, or should I say single crochet in the next 2, followed by an increase. Single, single, increase. So you're gonna do single, single, increase. This makes 1 set. You're gonna do 6 sets of this, and you should have 24 stitches in the end. And this is the last set. Single, single, increase. Just so you know, the written pattern is in the description box below, in case you prefer to look at the written pattern rather than the video. So row 5, I'm going to start with increase, and let me add a marker. I'm going to do another single crochet into this same stitch. So this is increase, then I'm going to do single crochet in the next 3. Increase, 1 2 3. This is one set, and you're going to do 6 sets of this. And this is the last set. Increase, and then 1 2 3. You should have 30 stitches in this row. This is the row 5, row 5, you should have 30 stitches. Now you go to row 6. Row 6, I'm going to do a single crochet. Single. Then I'm going to do increase. And single, single. This makes one set. You're going to do 6 sets of this. Single, single, increase, single, single. So 1 2. So technically after the increase you should do 4 single crochet. 1 2 3 4. Then you do increase, 1 2 3 4. Increase, 1 2 3 4. Increase, 1 2 3 4, and you do increase, and you should have 2 more stitch left. So you do single crochet and single crochet. So this row you should have 36 stitches. Now row 5. going to do 5 single crochet. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and you do increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, increase. This is one set. You're gonna do 6 sets of this, and you should have 42 stitches in this row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you do increase. And this is the last set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, increase. So you should have 42 stitches. And now from row 8 until row 12, you're gonna do single crochet all around, no increase. Row 8 until row 12, just single crochet all around. I'll come back to you once I'm at the end of row 8. The tail for the magic circle here, I'm just gonna weave it in a bit, and I'm gonna cut it off because this hook you can actually remove from the head, and you can see all this. So I'm gonna remove all this. You're not gonna see all this. So now this is row 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now row 13. I have 42 stitches in a round, so instead of doing 42, I'm going to stop at 40, which means you will have 2 stitches left. I'm gonna stop here. We have 2 more stitches left. I'm gonna weave it in. Here will stay there, or you can do it one more time if you want, just in case. Excuse me. This is our starting, so I'm gonna start on the 2nd stitch. I'm gonna skip 2, so you have 4 here. So I'm gonna start here. We can start on the 2nd stitch because by the time you pull up, will do. You make a knot. This does not count as a stitch. So now you go to the next stitch and you do single crochet all around, and you should have 38 stitches. So now I have 2. The first one is just a knot. The first one is on the 2nd stitch from this marker. So 1, 2. I'm gonna bring this tail along. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna cut the yarn. Then you're gonna weave it in. cut the yarn. Just now we were at row 14, so now the last row, row 15. We're going to start from here again and do another row of single crochet all around. Maybe I should start from here. Make a knot in the next stitch here. Start my single crochet, and you should end here as well, and you should have 38 stitches. This is the last row, so make sure you leave a long tail for sewing. Oops, sorry. Did I went off screen? Gosh. Just do excuse me, just do single crochet until here, this part here. You should have 38 stitches. Okay, so it's gonna look like this. So here, I'm gonna leave a long tail for sewing. Gonna sew this onto the body before I add stuffing to the body. Maybe notice here, after I attach the hand, I just leave the tail here because you need to sew the bottom part here later on. So you just leave it there, and now the hood goes, sorry, the hood goes here. This part here, this kind of U shape here, you have to join it to the clothes here. So this part here, I'm gonna bring it to the front a bit, and this side as well, like this. Later you can shape it around. No, maybe this side a bit. Yeah, like this. I will make one stitch from here all the way to this end. If you find that this is the right spot, just bring it across. Oh, it's too long. Got tangled. My gosh. Like this. Don't pull too tight because you wouldn't want the neck to narrow down. Just like this will do. Maybe I'll hide this inside here first temporarily until I need it later on. you're gonna pull it out to sew, so that now it's not in the way. Okay, you see this stitch here, it's gonna open up, right? So just make one more stitch onto the neck to the hood this way, or kind of lock it in place. There, isn't that lovely? Okay, now you just sew here. And see all this? Sew it onto the red part so that you cover up and don't see any of the black part. One's on the body, one's on the hood. That should be fine. I think my tail is just way too long. So while you're sewing this, if you notice any holes, any part you want to amend, like here you see holes, first you just stitch across. From here you just stitch it across. Then you do one more round or two more rounds to cover up all the black part, so that one glance you can't see the black, you can only see the red. See, there are still holes here on the black, so we're gonna cover that up later. So you just sew like this, and I will come back to you once I have this nicely fastened. And for your information, I'm not going to cut the tail as at now, maybe later, in case I notice any holes that I need to amend, need to adjust. Just keep it there, which means in the end you just bring your needle here and keep it inside there, just in case. And later we're gonna come back and do the pants. We're gonna make a nice pants and shoe. I made the first one like this, so I have to make sure the other few, the leg will be the same length as this one. I do not want one to be taller than the other one. So okay, let's put this aside. This is supposed to be a square, but I didn't do a good job. I hope you don't make the same mistake as I did. See, it didn't turn out to be that square. It looks more like half circle with the, you know, like a D. I should push more here like this. Please share in the comment section your finished version. We can exchange ideas. Okay, now for this one, now what you're gonna do is, I'm gonna hide this tail inside here for the time being. I already add a bit of a stuffing to fill up here, not so much, because we need the space, or you can just leave it hanging like this, it'll be easier. So here, this is the front. You squeeze it into two, like this. Then you take this as the corner, and this as the other corner. Right. So what you're gonna do is, let's get some red yarn. Okay, now these two corners here, I just take one of the corner. Doesn't really matter which part you start first. So from here, you grab this red yarn. You can bring along the tail if you want. make one knot. So this is, you go to the second stitch. By the time you go to the second stitch, you make one stitch from the top. It looks like one, the other one is a knot. Okay, so we're gonna make 10 single crochet. So this is my 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and the 5th one, jump to the opposite. You still fold it half like this, and you jump to the opposite. Make sure you have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. There's one stitch here which I use as a knot. So you do single crochet, and single crochet. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, let's count and see if you have 10 stitches. This is the beginning of one of the pants, one side of the pants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is a knot, so I'm gonna start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so now you're just gonna do single crochet, 10 single crochet. You just go round and round and round. Make sure you have 10. If you have 10 earlier and later you have 9, your pants will shrink. I want the pants to go straight down. So let me just add a marker. If you do not have 10, you can still do increase in the end to make it 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's one here. 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So you continue until you come to the length that you want. In my case, should be around 5 to 6 rows of this. 5 or 6 is just nice. If it's too much, too long, it won't be nice. And leave this here, because here when you do 10, you're gonna be like this. This is the tail from this one, so just hide it inside. So when you do 10 here, obviously you're gonna have a hole here, and this hole is where I'm going to add stuffing later on. Okay, so you do 1 here and 1 here, exactly the same way. All you have to do is you just start from this stitch here, you do 5 here, jump to the opposite and do 5. So you will have 10. Once you have 10 stitches, then you just go around until the length that you want, and you will get something like this. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I did 5 rows, and here after I add stuffing, I stitch it up. Stitch up idea, you use this, because this one, if you use now the working yarn that we're using now, it's going to be down here, which you're going to bring it up, whereas this two is from the hand, so it's long enough to cover this hole, and also you take a look and see if there's any part you want to amend, want to make the hand lower or higher or whichever. You can at least still have a bit of a working yarn to stitch up all the holes. So I'll come back to you once I have 2 of these, and I'll show you how to make the shoes. Okay, now we're going to do the shoe. Gonna do it in a magic circle. In the magic circle, you do 6 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then you go to the first stitch. You're gonna do 1 single crochet in the first 2 stitch. So this is 1 stitch, another single crochet in the second stitch, and the third stitch I'm going to do an increase. 1, 2 single crochet into the same stitch, and the fourth one, same thing, increase, 2 single crochet into that same stitch. Then we're gonna do single crochet in the next 2 stitch. Single, single, increase, increase, single, single. So this row you should have 8 stitches. Then row 3. Row 3, just do single crochet all around. Just make sure you have 8 stitches. So you still have 8 stitches in this row. And the last row, you should curve this way. The tail should be on the inside of this curve. And you're going to do single crochet in the next 2. And let me see. It's too dark. Sorry. You go to the next stitch, but I hope you get what I mean. This is 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet. Then I'm going to do a 2 together. I'm going to use the front loop and the front loop. You put through 2, put through 2. Again, another decrease, another 2 together. Put through 2, put through 2. And the last 2 stitch, just do single crochet. So single crochet in the last 2 stitch. So here you leave a bit of a tail to sew it onto the pants. Oops, it got stuck. So I'll normally hide this tail inside the shoe. You will see that the shoe looks like this. It will kind of puff up this side, so it looks like the front of the shoe. So the back here, you check and see how the shoe should look like, because it looks like this, and then sew it like this, so the leg will face the wrong space, the wrong place. So it should look like this. Then you check and see where is the last stitch, where did we stop? Here. So I'm gonna sew only on the back loop. Sew on the back loop, sew on the shoe, then again sew on the back loop, then you sew on the shoe, on the back loop, now why is it on the back loop? So that when you are done stitching, this part here really looks like a pants on the shoe, sitting on the shoe. So I'll get back to you once I have all this nicely fastened. Yeah, look at the legs, it's so cute. Okay, now the bottom part here, ooh, this is quite a big hole. You just do a crisscross thing, no fixed rule. And just sew from here to here. Maybe I add too much stuffing, so it looks as if the hole is kind of big. You just do this, but just go across, it doesn't really matter. And then from here, try to cover it up as much as you can. You know, like bits here and there, it will get covered. See, it doesn't look like a hole anymore. See, it's almost covered up. And then you can go look for any holes anywhere that you think you need to cover up. Maybe near the leg or the hand. Not like this tree. Maybe too much stuffing. The holes got bigger. Just go back according to the single crochet. So if the stitch comes down here, you also come down here to make it look like it's just another single crochet, not a patchwork. Oops. There, see, it looks all like single crochet. Here you go, cover up. Then you can move it to just about anywhere, just so you can hide some of the yarn. Okay, let's check before I cut the yarn. Now it'll be too late. Always check, for holes. Sometimes because of the stuffing, sometimes got too greedy, add too much stuffing, and the holes become slightly bigger than it's supposed to be, and you can see the stuffing. Just make it go around. Then I'll just cut the yarn. So once you cut it, make sure the tail does not dangle here. So thank you for watching. Do subscribe to my channel. I hope you find this view adorable. So do subscribe to my channel. I look forward to seeing you in my next post. Bye for now.